I assume you're just saying that streaming stuff. So I was just running around on your game.
It'll be good to go. Cool. Really hard to debug, like being able to hear the music in the background, but I think it's there. But I think it's there. I think it's there. Okay, almost there. Yeah, so what do you think you're going to be doing?
Don't know. Never thought about this. I mean, I feel like that burn that I did needs some kind of obvious hint that it's a burn. So I might do some UI stuff. Especially while my head's in the Flexbox game.
Yeah, I think I need to pretty much just focus on getting a to-do list together rather than just bumbling our way through it all.
Yeah, hopefully with the way that I've written that trap, a lot of the code should be like reusable for different types of traps. And
yeah, it'd be good.
Sean's just standing in the lobby.
Which lobby?
Like the main lobby.
Oh, the hub.
Just in the hub. Just standing on his Todd.
Nice. Busy as always.
Yeah, that's how it works. Oh man.
Changing my settings. Got a bad habit of just like starting streams and then remembering I've got a ton of stuff to set up first. Almost there. Good practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it struggles sometimes because I'm trying to say like give me a 4K or a 1080 feed on a 4K monitor. I need to scale down the monitor. There's so many like little intricate bits to it all. That's a bit better. Oh, so I realised, yeah, there was one bug actually that from last time that I need to resolve, which is kind of dumb. Is that I kept getting confused why the round wasn't restarting, but it pretty much comes down to the fact that like the timer at the top is wrong. So it is working. It's just the timer at the top is way too short for some reason. Like it reads the lobby time. So.
Right.
Yeah, if you look in the console now, you should see that it's counting down properly.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think what I need to do is basically make a big to-do list of stuff.
So one of the things I just noticed then was that when you die, it like immediately takes you to spectator. So it's like you don't actually really see your death.
Oh, so what, it just like snaps across sort of thing. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's all these little things that like a lot of the default stuff does, but I guess I've coded, like I'm trying to do my own game script and therefore
I'm going to think about.
Oh, do results loop, kill zone script.
I say something's gone.
Oh, something's broke. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's go back. I'm going to set up a. This is probably quite a good thing for people to do as well. Why? Awkward. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to set up a script that's basically like a to-do list that we can dip in and out of.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you search, there's a to-do list script now.
Cool.
I've stupidly given it a space in its name. Proper Friday night brain going on.
Yeah, it's definitely a Friday. Woo!
You right?
Yeah.
Right. No. Completely off topic conversation, but have you watched The Dig yet on Netflix?
No.
You should watch it. It's a new film that's just come out with Voldemort and some other famous people, but it's about like a archaeologist. It's one of those things like it doesn't really like explain much about what's going on, but then it just, I don't know, it's just a really good film. Watched it last night. If you just didn't happen to have anything to watch.
Still got 50 million hours of Critical Role. We're getting close to catching up on campaign 2. So we're on episode 102 now, I think. I think it's like 120 something. So yeah, it's addictive. It's like we've caught up to the part where they've just had a massive break because of Corona, and it was just like really depressing to like see them kind of like talking about it in the episode before.
I think you remember me saying that, yeah.
And then like, well, this was literally the episode before it cut, where they were kind of joking about it, and like one of them coughed, and they're all like pulling faces and things, and it was just like, you have no idea what you're in for.
Yeah.
And then it's like at the end of the episode, he ends it with the usual like, "Is it Thursday yet?" And then it's just like, I think like 6 months later or whatever it was, like, and back.
Yeah, I watched a thing recently which was an RT podcast, and I remember them talking about it like it was not really like a big deal. And then here we are, however many months later.
Yep, it's the big deal. Hey, ASCII Akbar.
ASCII Akbar.
ASCII bar.
You should package this up. Like, get a package.
Just literally just the, what is it? Just not even the trap script. Just a file with ASCII Akbar in it.
Yeah, pretty much. Just make sure it's got like a table at the top and return at the bottom, and it won't break.
Yeah, but it'll be better if it does break, because then it's the trap.
That's true. Such a meta thing.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Right, why did it break?
What am I doing? I've just been staring at this script like the whole time we've been talking, just scrolling up and down. Pick something you want to do, Phil. Do it.
That's why it didn't work, because I need to send. Okay, well, I should fix that. We almost had a full loop. Okay, what's wrong with the timer? What's going on there? I guess you can't hear the music I'm listening to that's going through to the stream, but it's just a metal list on Twitch soundtrack, and it's some pretty heavy stuff.
Pretty fitting. What me?
Right. That's why that's doing that. Time. Okay. I think I'm getting there. Hey, Dry Coast is here. Hey, Dry Coast.
So, might need a quick refresher on the UI stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Just mainly the how do I see the UI? I've created a new widget.
So what and where? Like, is it on
hollow screen? I just went on create new asset in UI widgets.
Oh, okay. So you need to attach it to something to see it, or like put it in the world. Like, is it going to be on screen or in world?
Yeah, of course. I'm forgetting. I'm getting mixed up with because I know you can. If it's a HUD thing, that's what I was picturing in my head. Like, how do I see that? But what I'm making is going to be in game. So yeah, of course, I just need to attach it to a locator.
Attach it to a locator, yeah, and then you can see it. Just set it to be like world space. One thing to be aware of from a performance point of view. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. If you go to the performance tab of the console and UI at the end, it tells you like how many widgets there already are, but there's only 7, so that's fine. Because the more in-world widgets you add, the more of a performance hit the game has. I know Sean's done a bunch of nice ones, but yeah, it's fine. Like, that's literally just a few. So yeah, go for it. Right, so I think I fixed the timer. That's fine. So let's assume the full loop's done. What was I going to do? Weapon pickups.
And the widget. There we go. actually really tempted to just go grab UI from my other game. A lazy way. But...
Well, not lazy. Could always package it up.
I mean, the feature of Crayta. Then I'm taking the lazy way, I guess, by not bothering to go to my other game.
Yeah. It's almost like it'd be less steps to just go and get it, but it would also be more work to just rewrite it.
Yeah, it's the lazy versus efficiency argument.
Yeah, Dryco's saying that the bonus of working from home is being able to put a stream on a secondary screen while working and not bothering other co-workers. Like, I'd be amazed to know how many people, like, working from home across the world are, like, second screening just Netflix and YouTube and just random things. Okay, so how do I do this?
Saying that, since I work from home as well, and I've got 3 monitors on my computer, but I've got a work laptop, and I've got a dock for it and everything that's plugged into my monitors. Never use it. I just sit on my sofa with my one tiny screen and use my touchpad. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what happened that I became that person that I don't use a mouse. I don't use one. I'm a dev that uses one laptop screen and a touchpad all day, every day at work.
Oh, all day.
I've changed.
Because I like occasionally, if I'm on the laptop, I'll just use the trackpad.
Yeah, no, all day. And like now, doing this, I'm on my computer, like my personal computer, and I've got my monitors and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just like at the start of the working from home or whatever, I bought this dock home with me from work because it's awesome. It's just like you plug it in to the laptop via USB, and it charges the laptop, hooks it up to any mouse that's connected to the dock and the screens and everything. So it's literally just one plug in and it's connected to everything. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And then probably like 2 weeks in, I was like, I kind of want to sit on the sofa though.
Yeah.
And that was it. It's just like, oh, God damn it.
Alright.
So when I'm complaining about my fingers cramping, I've been like a year's time.
Yeah, when you suffer like early onset arthritis at like 40 years old,
Yeah,
because you spent like the entire lockdown on a trackpad. Right, I'm just trying to remind myself how the guns work. But yeah, so they have. Oh, pressing all the wrong buttons now. They have a pickup spawn, a script attached to them. Right. I want to lean on that as my weapon pickups. So, guess what I'll do? I'll just break the link to this one, create a new one. Pretty simple, just go for shotgun. I can mess with the weapon stuff later. So we don't want to show on it in it. We want to control when it appears. We don't want it to respawn. I think TTT. I think it's just first to get the better weapons benefits from it. So let's go with that. I like having a rotate time on them. I think it looks a bit more video gamey. Use on collision. Okay. Cool. what you're actually going to pick up. Use self as template. Cool.
I basically got work to buy me a license for WebStorm for like the stuff I do at work, like the stuff I'm doing at the minute, with like the web UI for the games and things.
Yeah.
And just going into like this, it makes me so glad I got them to buy me WebStorm. Like, it's so nice. Like, this is nice. It's got like a lot of features and things, but like just the amount of like telesense and like things that it kind of just does so much for you. And it's just like, just as I'm writing, I know if I've messed something up straight away because it comes up with all the possible like variables you can put in for a CSS type.
Okay.
The tags for every kind of like the WebKit tags that you know, which obviously I don't need to worry about for this, which is nice.
So what actually is it? Like, is it a like a IDE type thing?
WebStorm, yeah. It's so you know, I've raved about IntelliJ before.
Yeah.
Which is a Java IDE. It's the same guy as JetBrains.
Gotcha.
WebStorm, which is it's a web, obviously, choosing the name IDE, and it's just like, I mean, it's really good for kind of in-depth development where like you need to use like npm for package management, you need Node, and you need Webpack, and you need TypeScript, and you need whatever. Right. It all kind of works with the IDE really nicely.
Nice.
Yeah. But the nice thing about this is I don't have to care about any of that. It's just like bare bones HTML, so it's like
yeah, I think that's one of the things I like about the UI system. The UI system in Crayta is it's quite easy to pick up. Like, every time I see Sean's made a widget, I like look in and see what he's done. He's normally done some fancy stuff. If you look at the other widgets in here, like the TVs and stuff, he's done like CRT scan lines and all that sort of like funky things like that.
I mean, I think if you take, so like, as I've been doing more CSS and whatever, it's like, it is actually quite nice. Like, and I think everyone will agree that the biggest pain with like web development is just trying to get it to look the same on different browsers.
Yeah.
And like all these like incompatibility issues, and just like, which obviously this doesn't have any of that because it only needs to look right for Crayta.
Yeah.
It kind of takes all of that pain away, and it's just like kind of just use CSS. I mean, CSS still has some quirk pains, but it's more like just all the backwards compatible stuff and like kind of all the old functionality that's just like, you shouldn't use it that way, that you still can, that confuses things. And like,
yeah.
So as long as you stick with flex points, so good.
Yeah, I can't imagine we'll be changing that anytime soon.
Nope.
Right, okay. So lobby time is going. Sweet. Okay, shotgun appeared. Oh, I've got the right time at the top now as well. I collected it, that's good. Strange flicker when I go between them. Look at that. Cool. So I watched the latest Let's Play of TTT, which is pretty fun. And another bit of it is this thing called the Randomat, I think it's called, where basically like the detective can buy it and then they can activate it, and it just sets like some random modifier every round. So that'd be a fun thing to do. Like, one of them was basically every 30 seconds you swap places with another person or like everybody swaps place with another person at random. So it's just like the whole like mechanism of the game gets flipped. Oops, something else broke, I think. Alright, okay. Result sleep. And then hey, lobby. Nice. It's almost like we've got a game loop that's going now. With about 10% of the code of the normal one. Sweet. Hey, I might put my neck out and say that maybe at some point this evening, or we're at 8:30, a couple of hours, we maybe have something that we can playtest. That'd be fun.
Soon find out. Might have even finished this one widget I'm working on. But
Right, we're going to user. Let's clear the default. Everyone should probably start with a pistol, maybe. I think that's probably fair. So let's make a pistol. Man, these icons are really bright.
the icons.
As in like the editor icons. So I'm currently like trying to like put a trigger on a thing. So like the you know the editor icons, right? Like the locators, what they look like, the green things. Yeah. Like on my screen, I don't know why. I think because I'm up close, but it's like super bright. A lot of the time when I'm working, I turn them off, but then it's useful sometimes. Balancing, so not respawning. Don't show on a nit, use on collision. Although these ones probably won't really actually be collectible. This is the part where I just start muttering to myself, by the way. Don't feel like you need to respond.
That's fine. I'll try and join in with a ramble here and there.
Okay. Get rid of that. So, shotgun. Probably want to change up the inventory as well. Like, I feel like that's always a really good way to make your game stand out. It's a completely different, what's it, like inventory. At least the way it looks. So pistol by default. Nice. Okay. The pickups are there, they just need more of them. And put in about, what else to do? A full game loop. Oh yeah, we need to get the results working and game state messages. I guess lobby like a message to say what's going on in the HUD. Yes. This sounds like a band that you might like. Yggdrasil?
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil, that's it. One step closer to Valhalla.
Don't know the band, but I know the Nordic tree of life, Yggdrasil.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, yeah, that's your kind of thing. A Slater burn. So Slater B burn. I'm terrible for that.
Get it right.
Get it right. I know. Awful. I always find it really difficult to work in someone else's widget. Like, obviously, working in someone else's code is one thing, but I feel like widgets, there's so many ways to achieve certain things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's JavaScript for you.
Yeah.
Can I do this? Sure. Should I do this? Who knows?
Yeah. You can't not do this.
It's like Google it. You Google it, and it's like you find one Stack Overflow post with like every answer's a different answer, and arguing about why theirs is right and all the others are wrong.
Yeah.
It's just like, Christ.
Yeah, it's just a part of the development process where I just trial and error my way through some UI. That's kind of more what I'm looking for, right? Oh, it helps if I spelled colour wrong. That's the one thing that always catches me out. I have to spell it wrong for it to work.
all the offence meant to Americans, so I'm sure.
All of the offence.
Not. Well, I'm trying to go to the easy curve borders. I'm bothered with trying to remember how to make them sharp.
Right, okay, so update message. Right, so in theory, I've got an updatable message now.
Can you use jQuery?
Don't think
Yes.
so. It depends. What is it you're trying to do? Because it might be that there's some.
No, I just kind of wondered.
I know.
I'm just doing CSS in a minute.
So like, you can do like normal HTML domain stuff, right? So like, or document stuff. So you can get, you can do get document or get thing by ID, and I'm not sure if you can search via jQuery on that or not. But
no, jQuery is like a plugin. Like it's not a built-in thing for webs.
yeah,
Webs, browsers,
the webs.
It's Friday.
Right.
But yeah, because it's something that like I remember when we were working at TTT.
Yeah.
Like I just remember whenever like I'd Google something, it'd come up like, "Oh, you can do this really easy in jQuery." I'd be like, "Oh, go away!" Like,
Yeah.
I don't know jQuery. I don't care about jQuery. Like, we don't use it at work. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And like, it's something that I've just never really like cared about.
Oh, I used it in my last job, like all the time.
Right. Yeah. So I with this project that I've been working on, I was like adamant that I didn't want to use JavaScript. I was like, I want to use TypeScript because we are a company that we're professional. No, we're like
because we are a respectable establishment and we will not use JavaScript.
pretty much. But I mean, it's more along the lines of like we've built this whole new game engine in C# and like a whole like thing that we established was that like we want it to be a certain way, certain standard. Like it's got all these like kind of automated, like it's got unit tests, it's got code quality checking, it's got all of this stuff all built into CI scripts, and then for this one project where I'm doing it in HTML and C# or whatever, I was like, I'm not veering away from those standards.
Yeah.
And one of those standards to me is having typed things. So I made like this massive point about it. It was like, if you're making me do this in HTML, I'm using TypeScript. And then like 2 days after having the IDE bought for me, stumbled across jQuery again and was like, I guess I can actually use this now. I just immediately was like, I hope this works with TypeScript. It's like, oh god, like frantic Googling, like after all of my
outbursts,
show of force of like, I'm not doing it any other way. Turns out you can, so that's all good.
Yeah, jQuery.
I really like it. And like, I immediately understand now, like, because obviously at TTT it was kind of hard to grasp what real programming was.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, yeah, I get it. It's great.
Yeah, like it's a lot of like just being able to do quite powerful, flexible stuff.
It's just a really simple way as well.
Yeah.
It's like 9 times out of 10 when you want to like apply something to like a class, you want to be able to grab everything that is of that class, for example. And it's just like, that's just so easy to just go, give me all elements of this type.
Yep.
Do this to all of those elements. Like, great. But yeah, as you say, you can definitely still do it. It's just like, it's just extra code, and you know what devs are like. I don't want to write more lines than I have to.
Unless it feels like the easier option. It's like I could write this in a really clever way, or I could just copy and paste the same line 10 times.
Roundabouts again.
Oops. So what is this widget that you're working on now then? Is it like a indicator for the button?
Yeah, I was just going to put a big screen above it that just says like purge. It just looks like a big warning, but with an arrow pointing down.
What have you done?
What?
I've just gone in game and I've just got like a big red square on the screen that says purge in the top left corner.
Yeah, my CSS skills are top notch.
I'm blown away.
Very much in progress. Professionalism. So.
Yeah, this is a bit of a UX flow. I think we've got a little bit of a problem with it at the minute, just because. So I want to preview. So I've just done a test preview by myself, but obviously it's taken where you're up to. So now you need to hide it.
No, I've changed it to Word.
Okay.
It's just easier to see.
Yeah.
Screen. So that way it's. tell you what I do miss though is Chrome's debug.
Yeah.
That'd be nice if you could just, import Chrome.
Well, so obviously it's nice to do everything in Crayta when you can, but sometimes, if you are just doing pure HTML, CSS, there's nothing stopping you just getting on with it.
Yeah.
Who even is this guy, lol? Is this because I mentioned your name, Sean, or are you calling me out?
Is he still standing in the lobby?
In the hub.
In the hub.
Very precious about these hubs I spend all day building.
In the hubby. Oh, I'm really glad the stream is on your feed. Because
what, yours isn't really doing anything.
Yeah. It's just doing really dumb things. I swear I'm good at my job.
Sometimes it's hard to just be creative almost. Like it's that bit that really feels like it's drawn
definitely.
out.
I really impressed myself this week because basically I was given a mock-up of the UI and Hannah's asked me to try and make a prototype of UI so we could get an idea of how we can make it responsive and exactly how that will look with the games and all this sort of stuff. And I just I absolutely smashed it out, and the code's really good as well. I was looking back over it and I was like, what? I wrote this in 2 days and just smashed it out. And then I showed him today, and he even given me an image to put in as a dummy version of the game. But I was struggling to get it to look and act how our games work. So I just didn't bother and made it work with our games. So the UI isn't functional, but it loads an actual game there instead of a template, and then you can play the game using the keyboard and whatever, and resize the screen and look and all of this. Just smashed it out in 2 days.
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty satisfying.
The rate this is going, I'm gonna have a red box in 2 days with text in the center, maybe.
Maybe.
I think I'm just trying to be too clever with it again. I just need to use text align center.
Yeah, or just get something dead simple.
Yeah.
And then polish it up. So position absolute is the way that I always tend to do it. Position absolute, top 50, left 50, and then transform it back on itself by -50% to get it properly centered.
But you're using Flexbox.
Well,
why would you butcher it?
Sean knows Flexbox. I don't. Sean knows web stuff.
Here we are. This one after CSS tricks. A guide to Flexbox. It's my savior.
Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Dummy. The amount of times I copy and paste something and think, yeah, that'd be fine. And then, when I look back at it, it's wait, how is that ever going to work? If I just spent 2 seconds looking at what I was doing.
I always get... My problem with Flexbox is I always get confused between justify content, align items, and align content.
It's all alien to me.
They all sound like the same thing, but they do very different things. They always use the wrong one. Justify content.
So you said it when you died earlier. It like spectated instantly.
Yeah, it seemed to.
There's a property for a 2-second delay, but maybe it's bypassing that somehow. Oh wait, it's probably me. Spectate after delay is a function. On user died. Okay, yeah. Oh, what on earth is this that's come on? Listening to this sort of music, I wish we could go to download this year. I doubt that's happening. At times.
Yeah, I had the realization the other day that, like, because download's definitely not happening this year, I don't know why they're still advertising that it is. We're only just past the halfway point since we were last at download to when we will likely be able to go again.
Yeah.
That is depressing.
And that's a big, like, or a very slim likely.
Well, no, and that's talking about 2022 download.
Yeah, but still, like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, it's not definite.
it's yeah.
it's more likely than this year.
I feel like there's a lot that needs to go right for the world to get back to normal anytime this year, let alone things being that normal.
You're forgetting about the fundamental power of capitalism and the fact that money is more important than lives. So I'm sure we'll be back to track way sooner than we should be.
Yeah, but then that's the problem. We'll then be back to square one.
Yeah. Don't tell me, tell capitalism.
There's a big red floating square here.
Yeah, it says purge on it. It's censored as well.
Oh, it does say purge.
It's like a really polite warning. Just like, purge. So...
See if we get a full loop in 10 seconds. Results.
Let me shift tab. Stadia overload.
Wait, to what?
To move the line left. So like an unindent.
Alt left curly brace.
Alt left curly brace?
Pretty sure that is it.
You says no. Alt right curly brace, indents.
Oh, I thought alt left curly brace still. Maybe you trying to do it to a single line.
Yeah.
Try like get a selection. Does that do it?
Wow, that was even. Yeah, that was weird though. It only unindented one of the lines selected, and then indented both of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you it was gonna. I didn't say it was gonna work. Just said there's something.
Still good. Yeah. I mean, it did an indent, just strangely. Let's get my ground.
Oh, I just saw something I was going to do. Oh, I was going to turn off the team UI in the results. Hide team UI. Right. Okay, I'll be ready to do a little bit of a test with you at some point soon. And then I might start tackling the roles. I feel like it's going to be a big next part.
Okay. Yeah, because the traps kind of need that as well. Because I realised at the minute, obviously, anyone can trigger the traps, which doesn't make sense.
That stuff's in. So it'll pick traitor or innocent, but then each team has a role. Or each player has a role within their team.
Right.
Okay, game starting. No guns. Need some. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realise you'd moved it. Purge. Oh,
I moved it over here to make things. Yeah, you did.
Hey, you're not. I'm the traitor. Okay, well, let's test. So if you kill me now.
Yeah, because I'm in it.
Okay, there was a 2-second delay then.
I managed to work out that you're the traitor because you tried to purge me. That's what gave it away.
Well, the game hasn't ended.
There was no other possible way I could have worked out who the traitor was.
Yeah. Definitely no process of elimination possible.
Large.
Okay, let's see what dumb mistake I've made now. Russ was killed. Innocent versus traitor. 1 versus 1. Oh, you Wally. I'm not. So basically, I'm checking to see which team has anyone alive still. But I'm just checking what team people are on. I'm not even checking if they're alive still. So I'm just counting up everybody in the game. That's why it's not ending. Crazy. Hey, developer. So, every user, if they're alive, I guess I don't care. So, get the player. Yeah, because I don't respawn the player, we shouldn't destroy the existing one. Probably make it turn collision off if possible. Yeah, so I feel like I'm missing a key thing. I think roles is the next thing to tackle because that's kind of the fun of TTT. And I feel like Jester would be the main one because that's kind of the first special. You're not a traitor or an innocent. You're just your own rogue. Let's just hash this out. Again, I'm coming into this without any idea of how I'm going to do it. So, let's see.
It's the fun way.
So you don't want to Jester every round. You want it to be like a random chance.
And also depending on how many people, right?
Well, I feel like the game should only work if there's at least three people.
Three.
And I feel like you could end up with you obviously you always want at least one traitor in those three.
Yeah.
But if one of those was also a jester, like that, you got an innocent, a jester, and a traitor. It still works.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But a 100% chance to start with, I guess, makes life a bit easier. Oh yeah, so we need to get into all the not complicated, but there's some. You want the traitors to be able to see the other traitor through UI, but then the other thing is traitors can see who the jester is, because the traitors don't want to kill the jester, but they also can't let other people know who the jester is because then it outs them as a traitor. So it gets a bit confusing. So there's going to be some trying to work out which clients can see which other clients. Okay, so assuming there's a jester, probably going to have their own team. Right, no. Say they would be innocent. Kind of need to assign a role to on the team script, perhaps. Again, this is me just talking to myself. Okay, so guess what I would set. Okay. Running Crayta and PC version might help with bandwidth as well. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Sean was saying about bandwidth there, but is the stream holding up okay? You're worrying me. Okay, cool, good. I'm related to the stream, that's good. Gotcha. Multiple Stadia instances. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite fortunate now that I've had a bit of an internet upgrade. Well, kind of a weird bit of a downgrade, but it actually works better for Stadia. That I can run one consistently now, so I'm always on edge when people talk about bandwidth.
I could feel the sweat on your neck.
Oh no.
What?
Right, see if I can. Anyone in chat, if anyone's played Trouble in Terrorist Town and can think of all the different roles, shout them out. Down to a hypnotist. So a hypnotist can resurrect a body and make them a traitor, so they can kill an innocent and then turn them into a traitor, which is always quite interesting. Vampire. So a vampire can eat dead bodies and basically get health back. There's also innocent roles. The innocents can be the Phantom. So if you kill the Phantom, you start smoking. So if you're the traitor and you kill a Phantom, then you get marked, essentially. I'll probably not do all of them. Sounds like One Night in Ultimate Werewolf. Yeah, so there's quite a few different, like, intricate roles. I think TTT was originally just terrorists versus, like, traitors versus innocent, but then all the roles just make it so much more replayable. Detective. You need to have a detective. That's kind of a special one because I think you always have to have a detective. Oh, and of course there's the killer. Man, there's so many different things. Right. Because the killer is a team in their own right, but they basically are just against everybody, but start with like way more health.
Right. We're gonna have to pick and choose at some point.
Yeah. I'm just going to jot them down, but yeah, start basically working them out. Are the roles selectable by the player or randomly assigned? They're randomly assigned. So it'll randomly say, are you a traitor or innocent? And then it'll give you a role within that team. So if we just focus on these two for now. Because you don't necessarily have to have a role either, so you could just be a normal traitor. So let's get that logic going. Keep writing change instead of chance.
My favourites. I always write destroy instead of destroy.
Oh, I'm terrible for that.
Yeah. No, I always read it as like this story. Let me tell you the story of my people. Every time. I apologise to whoever I just offended, whatever the hell that accent was.
Yeah, probably quite a lot of people.
I mean, myself included.
So I need to do a bit more logic here because I'm just basically. So I need to set, I guess, like a traitor per like X amount of innocence. If there's like 7 players, you probably want 2 traitors.
Balance it out.
Add this to the to-do list. I mean, TTT. So it's actually a Gary's mod game mode. So obviously, the power of something like Crayta is it's a game mode. It's always existed as a game mode. So I feel like it's about time we had one in Crayta. But if you want to check it out, there's loads of it on YouTube. I quite often watch there's a Let's Play channel called Let's Play that do basically Let's Plays of it, and it's pretty funny. I mean, I find it pretty funny. The people just basically screaming at each other for half an hour. Probably make a function for this. That might get confusing. I'm talking about like roles as in teams and roles, and then I was about to name my random variable roll as in like a dice roll. I feel like reading through that code, you're gonna end up with a lot of like if roll, roll. This is the live build. I'm on the live game. Not internal. Live. Yeah, not an internal build here. I'd be too scared of showing anything super cool and secret off to be doing it on an internal build. Plus, it's a nice way to engage with you guys in the community and obviously get like anything we do, we can publish and have straight out. I mean, maybe even, say, it depends how we get on. It's been an hour since I last said this, but maybe there'll be something we could play test.
Still working on that widget. Definitely doing it.
So So should be able to do self assign role traitor role chance and
God, what did I make invisible?
traitor role. What have you done?
Just made part of the floor invisible. I don't know how to select it.
Probably Control Z.
Yeah, that's same as well. Okay.
I keep completely blanking on what I'm trying to do. Right, UI script. Let's add roles onto here. Cool. I think I'm ready for a test when you are.
2 seconds. Just so I don't infiltrate the floor.
That's the thing I thought of. Purchasable items. Chaotic neutral used Crayta to build a text-based mud.
Oh, what?
Oh, what? That's what I'm thinking. Assume like a. I know what mud is, but I can't think. But yeah, hey Sinjin, inflated the thumbs up a bit. And that means you've liked it, so thank you very much. You ready to have a preview? Or should I can go solo preview, that's fine.
2 seconds. Rotates off center. There we go. And it's tip that way. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
I'm gonna take that as a go.
Go. Yeah.
Okay, no guns. That's the other thing I need to remember, is to turn off the logic. Oh, nice. That certainly took a...
Getting there.
That was really cool. Wait, so how have you done this? The moving arrows?
They're just chevrons, like text chevrons, and then CSS animation. I wanted to go a lot slower than that, but I couldn't get it to smoothly transition.
Nice.
So that's actually just jumping back and forth really quickly.
Right, gotcha. Oh yeah.
There we go.
Wait, did I not change? Still thinks we're both alive. Maybe I didn't change it.
Dead.
Well, it should let's see how it behaves in a minute. Sean says 10 out of 10 UI Phil, so that's good.
So, should have a look at the code as well. Let him rate the code. Because it's like what I was saying about the like stuff I've done at work. Hey, respawn.
Yeah.
I really felt like a lot of stuff clicked with like CSS. It's like, so I've actually written it quite nicely again. Probably a bit over the top, but
oh, I'm an innocent vampire. That's not right. I should be.
I'm a treacherous mercenary.
Okay, okay, I've got the roles backwards then, because I'm a traitor role. Oh, these still got collision on. The corn was deflecting all my bullets.
Hey.
Okay, cool. And then back. Cool, that gives me enough to work on. I've got a few bugs there to fix.
Yeah, take a look at the hollow screen code, the widget.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of CSS, but the HTML really satisfying.
So it's just a bunch of divs, but then it's all CSS to get it like styled.
But
then
then, like, if you look at the class name, it's all semantic. So it's a full screen background with an expanded column, and it's a medium text, horizontal yellow divider, small text, thin horizontal yellow divider, large yellow text, backward ticker. The backward does nothing yet.
Right, I see. And you've... Nice.
it's
like your comments are in your CSS class.
Yep. Yeah. Basically playing around with a library called Semantic UI, which is what I was looking at using at work, and then I like, it was really over the top. Like, it was too much for what we wanted, but that was like the one thing I took away from it, was just like such a nice way of doing CSS.
Yeah.
And making it so readable.
Everyone says should check out Tailwind CSS. Apparently that's a really good semantic CSS framework.
Tailwind.
Tailwind.
Gotcha. Yeah. Found it.
So is that a thing you do with work then? Is that like sort of semantic approach? I've never even thought to do it like that. But that's pretty cool.
So yeah, it's what I'm doing now, and like, just even though I was looking at the Semantic UI library, but there's a lot involved in that, and I decided not to go with it. And then this prototype thing I did over the last 2 days, I kind of wrote all the CSS from scratch using this exact same kind of like method for doing it, and it just seems so much easier to think of it that way, and to just use divs for everything as well. And people might disagree with that, but like, rather than dealing with like the kind of, is it the element or the class or the style or the JavaScript that's handling like what this looks like, you just go, everything's a div, there's no inline styles, everything's a class, and then like it's just so much neater.
Yeah. Just realised one problem with my code is that I'm saying if the player isn't alive, then let's increment the counter to say that they're alive. Like, I'm tracking the amount of alive players, but only incrementing it if they're actually dead, which is part of the problem.
There's your problem.
It's just that classic thing of like, oh, that's the fix. You fix it, but you don't even think about the fix. You just kind of go, oh, that's obvious.
Yeah, fixed.
Muppet. Right. But I didn't see it at any point say like, yeah, it was always saying that we were both alive, so I wonder if this isn't reliably working. Is player alive?
Yeah, quite like the look of this Tailwind. Might have to look into it more at work. Man, it's got a lot of stuff as well. Is this just a CSS include, Sean, or is it like more of a tool?
More of a what?
Makes sense.
More of a tool.
I couldn't think of, it's Friday. Late on a Friday. I couldn't think of what the proper word I wanted was. Like, because there's things like the semantic UI was like it was similar to this in that you semantically write your classes out, but with English rather than like the more computery jargon that's here. But like the way it worked was you had to compile the CSS, and it was like there was a lot more steps to get your build out, and like there was tons of like template code, and like it was quite complicated. Like once you kind of got into it, and if you wanted to tweak one thing, it was an absolute nightmare to like. Even it was built to be really helpful, and it was in some ways, but just not in others. But this looks a lot more for developers, whereas that UI I was looking at looked a lot more front-end web designer. So I do like the look of this.
Yeah, so Sean says it can be a flat include or integrated with a pre-compiler like Sass via NPM or Babel, whatever that means.
Sweet. Babel.
Babel.
I mean, I don't know. I call it Babel. I don't know what is the right one. As soon as I said that, I was like, wait, no. I've always assumed it was Babel. But yeah, they're basically like package managers, dependency management stuffs.
Gotcha.
So NPM's my preference. So good to hear that you use NPM. Anyway.
That's
what I was doing.
Bay Bell from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Or the developer says it's pronounced Babel. Or here we are. Gonna be a scrap in chat. So you guys kind of. So the developers on YouTube and Sean's on Sean's on Twitch. I don't think you guys can see each other's comments, but yeah, you both perhaps take it to Discord.
Yeah. So what is it from Hitchhikers?
I don't know what, but that's what Sean's saying. Bay Bell. There's 2 words. Bay Bell.
I've not read all the books. I think I read 3 of them. It was a long time ago. But I really need to. I might start them again, to be honest. It's so good.
It's the Babel fish which lives in your ear and translate alien languages.
Oh yeah. As soon as it said Babel fish, like I know, yeah. It's in the film as well, isn't it? I think one of my favourite things from Hitchhikers that I remember is the creature that keeps getting killed by the main character and then being reborn as something and then getting killed by the main character, but the main character has no idea it's happening. So it's like at one point he like slaps his neck halfway through the book and it's just like a fly landed on his neck and it just doesn't say anything about it. And like later on in the book there's this assassin trying to kill him and it's because he's come back and he's like trying to murder Arthur Dent for like basically killing him over and over again. Arthur's just like, what are you on about? Like, I didn't do anything.
I think I've read or I've listened to the first one and a bit of the second one, but I never really got into them. Like the second one, I think the problem was I listened to the first one on Audible, and that was really good because it's Stephen Fry, I think.
Probably.
I think it's Stephen Fry.
It's the film, doesn't it?
So then I watched the film with Martin. What's his name? Yeah, Martin Freeman.
Miss Dr. Freeman.
So that was great, and I was like, oh, I'm going to listen to the second book. So is that the Galaxy, the Restaurant at the End of the Galaxy or something? Restaurant at the End of the Universe.
Yeah.
But it's Martin Freeman reading it, and it's really weird because it's like
it's gotta be.
It's not that he's bad, but it's like I'm already now associating him as Arthur Dent, but he's now reading the perspective of all the characters. There's like it just feels right. Something about it just feels really off. It was really off-putting.
Do you know what you could try?
What?
Reading it.
Yeah, that's true. That requires reading.
Use your own voice.
I haven't got time for that. Just started Ready Player 2. That's pretty good so far. Like, same. I mean, it's the same person reading it as well, which is nice. Right, I've lost all track of what I'm trying to do here. So, alright, yeah, so why did we get swapped roles? Unless, I don't normally do this, I must admit, this like kind of...
Because your code's broken?
Well, yeah, I mean, it would seem that way, wouldn't it? Let me just try selfing these. I'm just trying to do things that I think could work, but let's just define these up here. See if it behaves any better. I'll go solo preview, not disturb you.
Sure.
I think we could maybe see about sharing an editor share link at some point and getting people to run around if they can. Okay, so it didn't give me a roll that time. Even though I'm sure I put it at like 100. Oh no, I'm locked in the airlock.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. It worked that time because it came up and said that there was no traitors left. I think that's sorted. See if I get a roll this time. I think I saw a question from the developer, actually I forgot to answer, so about each role having their own script. I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it. I'm kind of scared to dive in and do that until I've like at least put some thought into it. Okay, cool. Vampire. So I got a roll that time. So one thing to think about your traps is the doors reopening at the end of a round or the start of a new one.
Yeah, there should be code already for resetting or hooking and whatnot.
Okay, I can do it.
The event should be there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things to be looking at. But...
Well, what I can do is on round end or on round start or whatever. Probably on lobby start. I'll just do a general Words. Right, if I go on
Do a general words.
general words, let's do on round start. Is it trap script? Is that where that will get handled? To reset any traps? Or trap doors?
So if you go to the in the garage, there's a trap locator that has a trap script on it.
Yeah.
There's an on reset at the end.
Yeah.
So there's a reset toggle, which will let you set a time for it to reset if you want it to reset after a time, or you can just add the events to on reset and then call it manually at the end of a round.
Cool. So what I've done is on the game logic, there's a on round end event, and from there, I don't know if you've seen this, but you don't have to specify an entity. So if you just specify a script, it calls it on every script in the game.
On all those.
So I'm calling trap script reset, which will then all reset on all of the trap scripts in the game.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
And then that should call. Yeah.
And then that'll knock on. Each one will then call its own thing. So.
Yeah. So then we basically just need to hook up all the things that, like all the doors that open and shut and whatever, just kind of pull them back to their original state.
Yeah.
On that. On reset. So. Good.
So that's that. So the rolls seem to work, even though they won't do anything at the moment.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Just work. It just helps if you spell it right. Cool. Right. Probably do the UI before I just get carried away.
Right. Look at the to-do list and pick something to do. That's how you move forward and progress. Come on. Any traitors getting trapped with traps, I'll have a look at that. So that should be straightforward. Because that is trigger. Trap. Okay, so if you've got a how is it working? Oh, on trigger. Is it just on interact?
Is what on what? What?
Trap trigger. Okay, right. So you've got the triggers, and it's on interacting with the triggers.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And they call trigger on the trap. So the trap trigger is called trigger on the trap. Gotcha.
That sounds like some 80s like B&B rap.
Yeah.
B&B? What am I on about? I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Apparently Bed and Breakfasts used to have an 80s rap.
Oh, why can I not spell traitor?
Just reposition the triggers a little bit.
I was just wondering why my comment wasn't green. I was like, why is my comment not green in the script? And then saw a little bit of the ASCII poking out the bottom of the top of the screen. I was like, okay, yeah, that's why. Because all the syntax is just broken in the script now. For a dumb ASCII joke. A dumb ASCII joke is going to be there until the end. It's funny.
It's not going anywhere.
You spent long enough making it.
Yeah. Well, to clarify for the users, definitely stole from the internet.
That's true.
From the viewers. I read the word user as I said it. Definitely stole from the internet. Spent the time fixing it so it didn't break the script and comment every other line. Sweet. So I think I'm done with this trap room, at least for now. Kind of want to get the lights to be off, but can't bother. And I think I've spent enough time on this one trap.
Yeah.
This looks like prime spot trap.
That's probably a good time to get the prompts package. Have you used the prompts package much? Or ever?
I think so. I think we used it in Blitzball, that amazing
Blitzball.
game we released a long time ago. It was really successful.
We could probably jump in that at some point and finish it.
We should probably still
We could always jump in at the end of the stream and have a look.
with it. True.
If it works.
Put a lot of time into that for it to just sit there.
You put a lot, and I helped like a decent-ish amount, but you put like quite a lot of time into it.
Well, you did kind of do the main game logic. I just did all the stuff around it that was really unnecessary and meant that we couldn't really release it because it didn't work yet. So, my bad. It is a very Phil thing to do, though.
You created the pick a team lobby package, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing that doesn't really work. Because trying to test it was a nightmare.
Yeah. Right. That's that. So, trap script. So to get the prompts to work, we'll probably need to add a script to the triggers for your traps. You haven't packaged this up yet, have you? No.
What say before, sorry.
Trigger. So I need to add a script to the actual trigger that you interact with itself to get a prompt to show, tell the traitor like that they can interact with it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think because you've already got a couple of trap triggers here, but one of them should probably be a template.
Yeah, that was a bit lazy on that front.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm kind of thinking out loud more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, they can definitely be a template actually. So one of the reasons that I didn't was I was like, oh, I need the trigger area to be different, but there's the rest of it common. Oh, I mean,
yeah,
the trigger can, right?
Well,
you can just change it.
Yeah, I was going to say you just place an instance of it and then change the.
Then change it. Yeah.
But then you can always then change the template and it'll update things that you haven't changed in world. Like any place instance will like override the template if you've changed the properties of it.
Yeah. Handy stuff.
that's called on the client, which means I can get the local user for this, so whoever this client actually is, and then say if user fact. Let's leave that. Okay, so 15.1, because I'm just hard coding that. Okay, so only show the prompt if the user who this client belongs to is on team 1. That makes sense. Okay.
Sounds like code.
Sounds like code. Right, and what I'll do is I'll template up one of these trap triggers.
Yep.
Then you can always template up like a parent of this as well, and it's kind of becomes a template in the template. But I feel like trap trigger will be a pretty good template to have by itself anyway.
Sure.
Or is it going to crash?
Yeah, I think it just locked up.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Damn.
No.
Look at me trying to do the right thing. Well, I wonder what caused that, but we'll see.
That's right, not work.
I'm at work, yeah. I should write an angry letter to the developers of this game. And then I'll address it on Monday.
Isn't he watching?
Yeah, one of them.
That really confused me earlier when you like mentioned like about the developer.
Oh, I see.
Wait, what? It's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hardcore champion of the world.
Oh yeah, I was trying to think why I recognise him. I've not been on the Discord in ages.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right, I'm going to have one shot at the obby while I'm here.
Although he's not on it yet.
Oh, no, okay, that's it, right.
Yeah. After already. Gonna get on the leaderboard first time, right?
Yeah, you only get one shot.
Wait, what?
You don't really.
That just immediately made me like go all over the place. It's weird how much that pressure just immediately panicked me.
Oh man, that'd be good. Build a blast shield, like client side blast shield at the front. Doesn't let you through if you've had an attempt.
Getting brave.
Right. Did that package up? Or did that template?
Just
It did.
so how embarrassing was that? 36 seconds.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like, I'll
People are mental. I thought that was an alright run. 59.
Wow. Yeah. Like you're typically looking at like sub 45 and you've got a good time.
Not like for a first run.
That should work. Cool. Well, when you're back in, let's just hit play and see if anything catches fire.
And then ship it.
And ship it, yeah. Use some challenge trophies in the meantime. I like the way we just pop out of the air at the start. I put the locator up in the air. In no sense. Okay, so I'm not getting any prompts. If you would,
don't actually know where you are.
oh, and by the traps.
No.
So as a Terrator, if you look at the trap trigger, you should see a prompt.
I do.
You do?
Oh, I do. Press E2.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Right.
didn't actually write anything.
It was just very. Yeah, it was like subtle because it's the gun press to fire is there.
Yeah.
But it does come up, so.
Cool. And that doesn't come up for me.
Testing where you can press it as well.
Yeah. And if you press it now?
You broke it. You broke your trap.
Did I?
You broke the game. Oh, no, that's just really delayed for some reason.
Yeah. I think it's because
actually a delayed set.
Oh, it's because I haven't got the timer to do anything on the results. I've just got the message to update.
This trap worked, but I just pressed it and we're not a trader yet. Because now I'm a traitor hypnotist. And drops the reset.
Oh, wait. Better let me press it again.
Pressing it triggered it. Because, yeah, obviously the trigger had reset to allow you to do it, but the doors and everything. So, did you hook everything up that I mentioned?
Oh, I didn't hook anything up to that on reset. I've called the on reset, but nothing's actually doing it, I guess.
So that makes sense. That will reset the trigger, but we need to hook everything up the trap set.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look at that. I'll write the message in. Get the actual prompt. Yeah, if you want to hook those up, I think you've got better on it. Well,
doing, so.
If you do it on the template, wait, let me think. So what you should be able to do is go to trigger 1. I think trap trigger 1. No, trap trigger. You'll see that that's an instance of a template.
Yep.
So what you could do, in fact, no, because they're hooked up to things in the world, aren't they? So yeah, that doesn't make sense. What I'm saying. I was going to say like do it on the template, but obviously the things don't exist in the template because it's the door and stuff like that, isn't it? So
yeah, but yeah, so that's exactly why the triggers are hooked up to the trap locator, and then the trap is hooked up to everything else.
Yeah.
So there's only one thing that's actually like handling it all.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, trapdoor. Reset. Why call it reset? I thought that was me.
It's the first song to have come on this entire time that I actually recognise.
What is it?
As LA Dying. Something. Shaped by Fire. No, that's the... No, Blinded. Shaped by Fire is the album, isn't it?
No. Yeah, not as good as What are they called? I know you listen to them as well because I've seen you listen to them before. But it's the band that As I Lay Dying became when, the lead singer tried to have his wife assassinated and all that, but everyone just kind of forgave him for that.
Yeah.
It's okay now.
I want to say it's like, is it Cold? No.
No, it's like Woven War.
Woven War. That's the
Woven.
Isn't Woven War one of the songs, or is that the band? I can't remember now.
Definitely needs to happen right now.
Yep.
Woven War. It's band name.
Okay, cool.
I've spent too much time around Austrians to say Woven War.
Right, so
open. What's it?
New script.
The one-shot sound? It's like the ones that don't loop.
Yeah.
If you tell them to activate again, will it play the sound again? You don't have to tell it to deactivate and then activate.
I'm not sure actually. I feel like it kind of reminds me of a bug that we had I'm sure in the past you've had to deactivate it and reactivate it, but I don't know if that's still the case.
I'll leave it as is, see if it works.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd go for it. That should show a timer on results. That's okay. I think we get the joke. It's fine. It does crop up a lot when we talk about the developer, but it's funny. Okay, I think I'm ready for a test if got everything hooked up.
Yeah, I mean, it should work. I seem dying in a trigger zone still registers that you've left the trigger zone.
Yeah, I think an entity being destroyed should. The only thing is we don't the way this is going to work is the player entity itself won't get destroyed until the end of the round because things like a hypnotist or a vampire or something will interact with bodies.
Yeah, that's fine because it's the. It's it.
Okay, cool. I can see.
It's the trap kill zone is basically what I was asking about, so I'll read that anyway.
Oh wait,
I'm innocent.
but it's not working. Can you interact with it? Okay, 1 second.
The innocents can do it.
I've just assumed it's 1, but it's not. Again, hard coding the team is the wrong. I need to write a function on the game script that tells you what team a player is on, but I'll get to that. So, trap script. If team is, wait, if that works. Oh wait, yeah, of course, idiot. I've done that more than once today. Where I've like just done the logic stupidly. But if the user's team is not equal to a traitor, then return. Okay, that should do it. What are the death traps already planned? Gas? Question mark. I think so. You've done this airlock, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
we could just have
what I'm doing
explosion.
Going to be this one's going to be like a electric panel. Like there's cables, you can hit a fuse box and electrocute whoever's on the panel.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah, that sort of stuff's fun.
Gas sounds good. Explosion sounds good. Laser beams, probably. Sharks, maybe.
Sharks with freaking laser beams.
I mean, this is the room that has to blow up.
Yeah.
It's crying out for an explosion.
Just have loads of barrels around that explode. Space eject out of the roof of the map with a launch would be awesome. You could maybe like some of these round rooms. You could just like launch a player through the hole in the top. Cool.
I'm Crayta.
Yeah, so you should be able to open airlock.
Press E to open airlock from miles away.
Yeah, the interaction range will be like really far at the minute. Oh.
And I died. So that's interesting. I hadn't tested that yet.
Oh, so
I walked in and out of the room. So obviously didn't remove me from my table. Also, the time is false.
Yeah, that's the message is false. Obviously pressed the wrong thing there.
See if the trap resets.
Looks like it did. Oh wait, is it on round start?
No, it won't
yeah. Hey.
Perfect. If you... Oh wait, that's still open. That ain't good. Freedom!
Come back. Wait, but I can trigger this even though you're not in the trigger and it should get you. Yep. I guess I need to turn notifications off actually because it kind of spoils the game if it comes up and tells you when people have died.
Oh yeah, you... yeah.
Well, it doesn't say who killed them. It says that they've died. Might be interesting.
One of the things I was thinking is like I really want to use the mini map like widget that I made.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking like that doesn't really make sense for either.
Well, it kind of does. It does because so part of it is being able to purchase items. So certain characters and roles can do. So a traitor can purchase a radar. A killer can purchase a radar, and a mercenary can purchase a radar.
Yeah.
Which that would be perfect. Yeah, I mean that'd be a fun thing if you want to hook that in, like as your next thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'll finish this trap first. Boring. I'll do the new map. It's nothing. New. Well, first I need to fix the kill zone. And why did the door close? Trapdoor. So I didn't tell it to shut, that's why. Kill door. So, I just realised how dumb my script actually is.
It's like most, like the next morning, like after a day of coding, you like sit down the next day, like fresh head, fresh coffee. And it's like, wait, what is this?
I mean, I wrote a trapdoor script and a kill door script, and the only difference is that one of them has an open and a reset, and the other one has a close and a reset. It's like there's no possible way I could combine those into one script.
Well, now's the time to do it.
So, I mean, there is already a door script as well, which makes it even worse. So, I'm going to go ahead and delete those scripts. Yeah, I remember why actually, because in my head I was thinking similar to what you mentioned a minute ago about just triggering everything that has a reset method, just triggering the reset method. I think that's why I did it. But
right.
Given that I've already got this other thing set up, I might as well.
Yeah.
Just use the.
That feels like a bit of a dangerous thing to untangle as well.
Yeah, definitely. This definitely seems better. Where's it gone? Full script because of defill. Oh, God, I just noticed the time.
Yeah.
How?
Yep. Yeah, we'll just try and get a few little bits wrapped up here and then maybe call it a day. Trash compactor closing walls crusher trap. That's a pretty good one.
Sounds good.
That would actually be pretty fun, actually, because it would be one where like the innocent can't necessarily do anything about it, but they'll just start screaming because the walls are closing in.
Yeah. I mean, that's like what I like about the trap we've already done is that like it doesn't kill you straight away, but there's nothing you can do once you're in there. It's just like it's kind of the same thing. So yeah, I kind of like the idea of those traps more than just like this one I'm doing, which is just going to be an electrocute straight away. But good to mix it up, I guess.
You could make that one like not necessarily be a kill thing, but it could be like a X amount of damage and it slows you down for a few seconds. So it's like it's more of just a nuisance than anything.
Do.
time to butcher the results. So, not bothered about a leaderboard. Okay. Oh, damn, it still slides off. That's fine, actually. That's pretty nice. So, want the time remaining, maybe. In fact, no, 'cause I've already got the time remaining stuff. Let's get rid of that. Okay, entries box. Okay, so it slides in. Cool, that keeps it there. Yeah, there's just so much stuff here I don't need. I just want to use the title. I'd really just write my own script and widget, it'd probably be easier. But let's. Oh, that just gets set on a knit.
Trapdoor on E7. Open. Trapdoor. Corridor. Close. Hope it'll be a lot better now. I'm sure there was something else we said to do as well.
What, like the whole radar thing? That was one thing.
Oh, no, it's the, what's it, dying in the trap. When you've left
Oh, yeah.
It's obviously not. Oh, it should.
This is definitely tired Friday night brain because I'm just butchering this widget when I really don't need to. But I think it'll work. I'll just say whoever wins. Perfect. Let's format it at least.
very good trap.
Okay, might be ready to try some result stuff.
Ah, there we go. Right. Yeah, we'll probably broke the trap. See if I know.
Have a quick look. Okay, no fires so far, that's good. So when it reset, it assumed the door was closed, so you'd need to check on resetting.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, well, I'll stand here. So you've run in and out of the room. So in theory, you shouldn't die when you.
Probably almost definitely will. Are you dead?
No.
Yeah, I probably killed him.
Oh yeah, the door is open. But let's just leave it running for 14 seconds. Because then in theory, if I've done this right, which I doubt I have, Innocent should win because the timer expired.
You change the colours on that UI to it doesn't fit. Vibrant.
And then there's no. Okay, I got something to fix.
So, because before I had a locator with the kill script on it, which had a trigger, and then the trigger hooked up the event.
Right.
Which I realised was kind of redundant because you can just name the method a certain way, right, and it gets triggered if it's attached to the trigger.
Oh. Yeah, like an entry point. So on trigger enter would be like an entry point. So if someone on trigger enter, so that's like a built-in entry point.
Yeah, that's right. Because I called it on player enter. I removed it. I was thinking it would.
No, on trigger enter, and that passes the entity that enters.
Okay. Now it should work. I don't know why it killed me yet, though. Just looking at the code, I assume just saying it's nil doesn't work. So remove. That's what we want. Take table position. B. That not saying it's no. No, I'm sure. have overcomplicated. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. You ready?
First time. Yeah, go on then.
Go.
There's no countdown.
Oh, what? Oh. Okay. Broken that widget. Right, okay. So back to the old problem, but at least that worked.
Yeah.
Traitors wins.
Traitors win.
Okay, yeah. That should technically be a draw.
Yeah.
Or a nobody wins. Right, okay.
You need to fix that reset thing. Oh.
Oh, we both pressed it. Nice.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Right, you press it.
I do love the like that they watch the drones now. I love how when like you spawn, if you turn around immediately, it just looks so sad.
Where are you going? I think I should have fixed the timer at the top. A spelling mistake. Right, so what's going on with your? It's not trap trigger script. Is it just trap script that's tracking? No,
it's the kill script.
Kills
Wait,
script.
you're on about the resetting more than
the like the fact it's still killing you.
Yeah. So it was originally setting it to nil on the trigger exit. Just rotate one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried setting and it's a table got removed.
I mean, are we seeing the like player left the zone console output?
That's a good point actually. Check it out.
No. Back one received. Entities no longer valid. Oh, okay. I think Hayes want to have a check that. I think that's just something that's happening when the player gets destroyed. They're exiting the trigger, and you're saying is player, like if player is a character, but you're calling is a character on a entity that's not valid anymore. So it's worth just checking before you. It shouldn't ever be not valid when you enter. But you see what I mean? So like when the player entity is destroyed at the end of a round, they exit the trigger, and therefore this gets called. And then you're saying if player : is a character, and because you're trying to call is a on an entity that's now no longer valid, it was breaking.
I mean, technically that was your code, so.
I mean, anyway. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't see anything about leaving the kill zone. Player entered kill zone. Oh wait, no, yeah. Number expected got user data. So it's failing on 23 on that actual remove. That's not working.
On the table, yeah.
Yeah, I think because the way you're doing
maybe put it back to nail what the console says.
But then yeah, because the way I normally have done this would have been to do like just insert like the player.
I did think that, but then can you just look up the player object?
No, so what you'd need to do is when you want to remove them, you'd have to iterate through the table. You'd have to do for and then find the key and remove them. And that's probably that's the way I think to do it. But
yes, I mean, Lucas from Slovakia is having a go at me about my performance, but sure. I'd laugh if by some insane like coincidence the developer was
yeah, developers just said that they've got to go.
Lucas that I work with. So, crap.
But yeah, it's up to you if you want to. I don't.
No, I mean that works. Well, I don't need the name. The only reason I was doing the name was for an easy lookup on the reviews. So.
Right.
Which I don't know how Lua works, but internally it's probably just a lookup. So
yeah,
it's probably not saving anything.
I mean, I don't know.
It's just a loop again. So yeah, do it that way. If you know that works, do that.
Yeah.
I have no stupid double drag thing.
So what's the table? Self dot plays and zone. And then if forward equals player, then break, and then we just pass in the key here. So which will just be a number, but that should do it. So just, oh wait, that's not gonna work, is it? You dum. So insert to place and zone. Yeah. Just thinking, yeah, we always destroy the player. I'm just thinking though, if we destroy the player, then they don't technically get removed from the table. So you actually want to reset somewhere in here that re-initializes the table at the start of a new round.
That's why I was asking, like, if a player dies, does it trigger the on exit of the trigger?
So it won't be if a player dies, but if a player entity is destroyed, because they're slightly different. You can set a player to not be alive, but their entity is still there. But when you destroy the player entity, i.e. when you spawn a new character for the user, it will call on trigger exit. But what's going to happen is it's going to fail.
Should be fine, right?
Well, so this
if they die in the zone and then on a reset they'll leave.
I'm just wondering if at that point,
either way, it's probably safer to have a reset. I'm
just wondering if at this point they would not be valid anymore, which is the problem we were seeing, and therefore we're going to bypass the if statement. But yeah, I mean, I guess you've got your like trap reset logic, right? So it'd be simple enough to just do.
Yeah. Reset the kill zone.
and then just any variables you want, just put them in the reset instead. And then do you want to just hook that reset up to the trap?
Done. Have you moved the wherever it is you're calling reset to be at the start of the lobby rather than the end? Start of the hub rather than the end.
Nice. It's game logic, lobby start. So on round start, when the round starts, so there's the lobby, and then there's the round kicks in when we get our teams. That's when it's resetting. But where do you want it instead?
Yeah, but we want it to be at the start of the lobby, right?
Okay.
So that's when, because if we can run around, then you don't want it to reset like while you're running around. You want it to already be there.
Gotcha. Okay, that's done.
I guess we just need to make sure they can't. I don't know if you've already done it actually. Make sure no one can trigger any traps in the lobby.
I haven't done that yet. No, actually, that'd be easy enough though. If you got like a function to control whether it's active or not.
I have. Oh, again, that should be JavaScript. Probably the best place. Or do we want to triggers? So you don't want to say press to trigger, right? Yeah, we'll do it on the trap script for now. It's quicker. If player's team does not equal 1, and then what's the easiest way of checking if we're in the lobby?
Well, what might be easier is for the lobby, for the game loop, to tell the traps when they're active.
Oh, so have like an active, inactive.
Which could just be a sort of a self, or even like a property, like
literally just an active property.
Is active. And then just
Can you not just set the property?
I could do through code, but then actually what might be easier is to do it through the events. Now I've got my events, so we just pick. So on lobby start, we want to say for every trap script.
Makes sense.
Although I have to, in fact, rather than having a toggle, that should probably be 2.
So you want to, you want an active and deactive. Right?
Otherwise, I have to pass true or false with it, and it gets a bit weird. Then it doesn't really make sense. So.
Yeah. I keep seeing that the script needs saving. I keep seeing like a little asterisk and like going to save while you're typing. Like it's out of habit. Not used to sharing a code space.
Okay, so on lobby start, it's going to deactivate. And on round start, it's going to activate. That makes sense. And then here we say, should check if he's a traitor. So if they're not a traitor, or self.properties is active equals false, then return. The prompts.
So if the user is not a traitor.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. So if the team's not equal to 1, so if they're not a traitor, it's regardless of the active state, they can't. Oh wait, but if it's true.
This simple if statement. Killing 2
seasoned developers.
Seasons.
I'm just trying to think how it works in Lua. If
it is 11 o'clock on a Friday night. We've both been at work today.
Tell you what, let's take the cheap way out.
I mean, arguably, it's probably how I normally write anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to. So, well, that is the only thing. Just A. It's easy to read, less likely to fuck it up, easier to maintain.
I mean, it makes sense in a way, actually, because they're 2 very different questions. There's no point in combining it.
Yeah, exactly. I know some people go nuts about, no, you need to show the line count.
Yeah.
Like, what does that actually give you?
Like
unreadable code. That's what it gives.
So the only other thing now is that, I mean, let's preview. Let's see if that works. But the triggers with the prompts are still, they're still going to say to interact with that. They need to kind of bind into that as well.
Yeah. Love getting that shot in.
Yeah, I should get rid of the guns from the very start.
Yep, can't trigger it. Also, it actually doesn't say anything, but I assume it's not in game. Pistol.
Yeah, I can open the airlock. So I'm in. I'm out. Okay, yeah, so it's coming up with the entered and left now, like it should do.
Shake it all about it.
And if I trigger the airlock, you're killed, I'm not.
Realised the fire is not going out.
Innocent wins. Why? Innocent definitely didn't win.
I did. I escaped this planet through death. Sweet release.
Let's see if that's actually reset. Okay, so the doors are open again. Neither of us can interact with it because it's inactive. Hey, look at that. We actually got some stuff to work.
Nice.
Nice. Wait, is that... Like, the bullets are hitting the trigger? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I might have. Is it?
Yeah, it looks
it's
like
not the trigger, because the area for the trigger's bigger than that, right?
Maybe so.
No, it's not. Yeah, I'm thinking the area for the trigger was where you could see thing. I guess it's not. The prompt. Traitors win. Innocent wins.
Innocent always wins.
Hard coded.
Yeah, just classic dumb mistakes. But well, I don't know. That's probably a good place to stop. I feel like we're exhausted. We're taking forever to just get an if statement out. So I think we're.
I know, but I really want to carry on. I've been bitten.
Well, we've got a whole weekend ahead of us. We might try and get another one in tomorrow.
But I've also got a house move ahead of me.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure I could squeeze in some time.
So that's that done. Results, that's not working. Wrong.
So what are you doing now?
I was just cleaning up the to-do list.
I thought you were trying to fix your...
No. I was just making sure I'd logged that. So, cool. All right then. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Whoever's still there, it's been pretty good fun. And obviously, as always, make sure you follow and subscribe and all that fun stuff. So I'll drop a message in Discord again at some point next time we're on, but we'll hopefully get back on again at some point over the weekend. Might not be Crayta. We might play a different game for a bit. Who knows? Maybe it will just be Crayta forever. Cool. All right then. Cheers, Phil, again, and I'll catch up with everybody later.
Yeah.